Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JD. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a great weekend. In this episode, I have to talk about comedian David Lucas. Yeah, I know I'm a little late to this story, but better late than never. At a recent event, he told a controversial joke. It hasn't gone down too well, and it has been chaos ever since. We can all see anyway, comedy isn't in the greatest place. You know, if you tell a pretty out there joke about something or somebody, in this case, George Floyd, because apparently that's blasphemous because, as we all know, George Floyd was a saint. The woke mob are going to come after you. It's just how it works. You know, just because A joke is offensive and is pretty out there doesn't mean it's not a joke. And B, I don't get why people turn up to stand-ups if somehow, some way, they're going to end up getting offended. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But David Lucas responded to somebody in the crowd. He told a joke about George Floyd and it all kicked off.
Oh man, all these good ass white people at my show. And you wanted to show them the reason George Floyd got his neck nailed on. Don't ooh at that joke. It's just a joke, man. I would have never kneeled on George Floyd's neck. I would have shot that. And that was making us look. It's called comedy. How many more black fans I gotta hit that might leave? Oh, good man. I got. Cause I was just warming up with that George Floyd. You ready to go? All right, baby. Okay. All right, you offended too, baby, with the braids? All right, you offended too? God damn, man, fuck. Y'all good? Or y'all about to...
And that's my daughter.
Oh,
Yeah, we come here all the time. We ain't your ass worry about nothing like that.
I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. I like Kyle Rittenhouse too. You too, bro? God damn, bro. Oh, but you with me a little bit, right? See that? Yeah. Damn, one more guy. Damn, man. That nigga don't want to go, but his ride leaving. He don't even want to go. He like, man, I don't like George Floyd either, man. That fitting up. God damn, you got to stoop low for a joke.
Yeah, look, it's a pretty spicy joke. I believe that's what they call it these days. It's definitely one of those when you hear it, you go, damn. But you don't cancel people for it. But as you saw in the video, people didn't like it. They caused a scene and they walked out. And here we are today. Now, when people are put in these situations, the first thing they're pressured to do is apologize. You know, the woke mob will pressure them. You have to apologize for this. How dare you say such a thing? An article was published 3 days ago, however, by news1.com, and they went on to say, comedian David Lucas won't apologize for tasteless jokes about George Floyd. On Instagram, the jokester could be seen promoting a few upcoming shows and a forthcoming comedy special, ignoring criticism from his controversial show. Getting cancelled ain't that bad. He captioned a photo of himself holding a fish. So he didn't seem too apologetic about the joke, which is a great point, and people thought this would be a comedian that wouldn't apologize in any way, shape or form and would just ignore the woke mob, carry on with his life, because let's just be real here, within 5 minutes they're angry at something else. But a lot has transpired since then. Firstly, he just appeared on a podcast where he was grilled on this joke. He speaks about freedom of speech and he says he's not sorry for the joke, but he has actually ended up apologizing to a member of George Floyd's family. Take a watch.
You've had a week or so to think about what you said. Do you still feel the same way as far as the joke, upholding the joke and being defiant and unapologetic about it?
I'm an advocate for free speech, right?
Okay.
The great Patrice O'Neal said that a funny joke and a bad joke come from the same place. So that was my attempt at comedy.
Explain that.
It was to get shock value. I'm a troll. You heckle me, now I heckle you. I talked to George Floyd's brother.
When?
Sunday. Trey, you know Trey?
Yeah.
Trey the Truth?
Yeah.
I think he said he's George Floyd's brother or cousin or something.
I'm not sure what the relationship is, but I know Trey. Shouts out to Trey.
Trey the Truth.
Yeah.
And I told him, I said, Trey,
If I upset you personally, because that's your relative, I apologize. But I don't apologize for doing a joke. Have you watched the full video, sir?
I did.
So did you see at the end that, towards the end, that a couple of the guys from the table fist bumped me and they didn't want to leave, but they only had to leave because they were all riding together?
Yeah, that was pressure.
Oh.
Yeah, I felt like that was pressure. I saw him. I wouldn't have fist bumped you. I would have stayed on code.
Why was it pressure?
I wouldn't have fist bumped. You know,
so we can say that my George Floyd joke was pressure.
Here's the thing. Like everybody, just because somebody black, all skin folk ain't kin folk.
Who says that?
I said it.
Like people are calling me racist. How am I racist? I'm racist. Do you think I'm racist?
Well, you can't be racist.
Okay.
You know,
y'all hear that? Please
not in
that
America.
Up.
You can't be racist.
Okay, I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
So when I was on that stage, I said whatever because I'm in command. And if the boat is sinking, just like on the Titanic, I'm playing my violin until that sink. And I stand by that. And like I said, if I offended you on an individual level and you want to reach out to me, like you, I talk to you. I talk to Trader Truth. I talk to a couple of other people, right? And like I said, if I offended y'all on an individual level, I do apologize, but I'm not apologizing for the joke.
So a lot of people from the black community, as you can see, just aren't happy about this. As he said, you know, he's apologized to a member of the George Floyd family. It's crazy to me. You know, this joke gets this much attention, this much outrage, this much energy, because you think about the real issues that are affecting the black community, from crime to single mother households. Yeah, this joke gets all the attention. Imagine if people stopped focusing on this and used energy on real issues. How much progress would be made? I know. However, we did get another video also just after this podcast was released. I don't know too much about the timelines of the videos, but it was where David Lucas on Instagram came out and spoke about the joke again and confirmed that he did apologize to George Floyd's family.
Hi, this is comedian David Lucas. You know me from Kill Tony and other various roast shows. I'm an edgy, push the boundary comedian, and my job as a comedian is to bring humor in dire situations. With that being said, there's a clip that is circulating around social media, and since that clip has came out, I have spoken to a lot of George Floyd's family. I spoke to Cal Wayne, Trader Truth, Steven Jackson, and my intention was to never cause harm to his family or make them revisit a moment that happened a few years ago. I'm a father, so I get it. I understand how his kids feel. I've spoken to his whole family, and we've came to an understanding as to how to move forward from this. And just want to apologize to his kids and everybody who was close to him.
I mean, first and foremost, I don't get how we've reached this point where a spicy joke, yes, has caused this much drama. It just shows you people spend way too much time online. Now, this video was actually deleted because obviously people from the black community weren't too happy about this video. And also, he did face some backlash from people saying, look, just even apologizing to a family member is caving to the woke mob. And he did actually respond to somebody on X who called him out for apologizing in the first place. And he goes on to say the following, and man, what is the world coming to? I apologize to the family, not about the joke, and the apology came because of the harassment of my mum. Threatened me, not my mum. So people apparently went out of their way to threaten this dude's mum over a joke, a controversial joke he told about George Floyd. These are the individuals communities put on a pedestal. They clap and cheer for criminals. I just don't get it. I really don't. I can understand, if the family would be annoyed at somebody telling a joke like this, but it seems like everybody else, the woke mob, are just angry on the behalf of the family, because if they're not angry about something during the day, they start to get withdrawal symptoms and they start to think, wait, my day's not going as normal, and they have to find something to be angry about. They dedicate their lives to these issues, people online, because a lot of people don't have anything else going on in their lives. Let's talk about it right now. People lack purpose today, so they need to find something to be angry about, so it feels like they're doing something with their time. And again, as I said earlier, it just shows you people spend way too much time online and they actually need to get some fresh air. And people even on YouTube are making videos about this guy saying, he crossed the line, etc., etc. We have a guy called The Amazing Lucas who said there needs to be repercussions, and walking out of the show isn't enough. Now, I don't really know what he means by that. I'll let you guys decide. Take a watch.
This is the problem with staying on code. Because when it comes to being FBA, I understand people want to talk about, hey, we got to stay on code. The code in and of itself is meaningless without enforcement. The law, let's take an example for the law. People don't fear the law, right? When it says, hey, do 35 or do 65, people don't fear going 80. They don't fear doing 40. That's not what they fear. They fear the repercussions for them being caught breaking the law. That's what they fear. They fear the repercussions from violating the law. So when we have a code and we are without code enforcers, then the code is meaningless. If we have people like this anti-black racist that suffers no repercussions from his anti-black behavior, then the code is meaningless. There has to be, along with the code, has to be code enforcers. Leaving the show is not good enough, all right? It's not good enough. There has to be social repercussions for this type of behavior. I would go a little further, but there are limitations to what I can and can't say on this platform. But there has to be repercussions for such anti-black behavior, especially from within. But I would argue if there were repercussions, just as there are repercussions you wearing the wrong color in the wrong hood, if there were repercussions like that for these people, guess what? That you wouldn't be able to find someone because there has to be a pressure point.
I don't know, man. Priorities are just so backwards. Right now, they really are. People get mad about things they shouldn't be getting mad about and ignore everything else. Again, instead of focusing on real issues affecting communities, people are more riled up about a joke to do with George Floyd, who again obviously was a saint and did nothing wrong. What a world, what a world. But leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this whole situation. Do you think the joke David Lucas told was one of the worst things anybody has ever said? I'd like to know. If you have enjoyed, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video, comment on this video, share this video. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. I imagine this video is going to annoy a lot of people. But until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.